Hello. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Well, it's just Sunday morning. I typically don't do nothing on a Sunday morning, but I was going through my dad's stuff. Like I said, in October he passed away, and I've been going through his tools and everything. But and I got his table saw. Okay, it's just a Ryobi table saw. I showed you in the video before, but I'm making a sled for it. With a sled for it, so I can use it. I have a really good flat tooth blade in there, which is designated for like datos. I can't do a dato stack, but I can at least leave it where, like, it'll just be, I can just run datos. It'll be small datos, but it won't be like boom, one big one. But I'm making a sled for it. And then I was going through his stuff, like I've been bringing his tools over my house, little by little. I've got about another couple months to go yet, and I should be finished before I sell the house. But I was going through his stuff, and it's like he has a lot of variety of tools. So I had a question on one of them, but anyways, I'll show you. So my dad wasn't a name brandy person, I mean, he had whatever, he got whatever he wanted, what he needed, But he was more like, I've been noticing now, but he has like a Black & Decker circular saw, actually this Black & Decker jigsaw, actually, I mean, it works pretty good. I was really surprised. I mean, it has a quick release, and it uses the T and the U blades, and so yeah, and it's an older one, I think, but I was just playing around with it, and it works actually pretty good. Okay, so he has like other things too, but grinder is a pour-to-cable grinder, pour-to-cable. No go. I can't find the guards for none. I can't find the riving knife for the table saw. I've been looking. Just one day I'll find it whenever I'm in there. Again, I'm just going through his stuff. I mean, this whole video is me making a sled for myself on his table saw. That's how I started going through all his stuff. Now the only downfall is, I'll show you in a minute, the table saw just only has one track, not two. Now I've seen Yorobis that have two, and mine has one, and it has a little groove in it. I gotta cut them out. I got this on there. It looks like a cutting blade. I wore my safety glasses, but I'll show you in a minute what I got to do is. But yeah, I tried to make one with a little groove. Take a little taper around it. I can't get it. It was too loose. It was either too loose going in, and then when you hit those little ends, it was a pain in the butt. So I'm just going to cut those out. And then from that point, just do a regular solid piece in there and attach it to the board. So let me go over and I'll show you what I'm talking about right now, because I have to cut the piece out. Okay, I'm just doing this mobile wise with my hands to see how these hair. What were we at? These little like nubbies. There's like one hair a set, and there's a little two nubbies here. So it ain't like solid, like all the way down. So I made this little piece here, if you can see, little thing. But I made that, and it goes in. I mean, like that. See, once it's in, it's like okay, a little bit, but it's very tight. When I put the board on it, I couldn't move it. So yeah, I don't know why it only has one, and I'm confused on that. I thought it would be one on each side of the blade. It's only one on one side. You see how it's like those hit. I gotta take these out. I gotta cut these out. Them two there, and them two there. I'm gonna try to just get my cutting on the grinder wheel and do that. But that's where I'm at with this right now. I'm gonna mess around. I might show you grinding them out. So, okay, we'll go back in. Okay, we're back in, or we're back at the table, and yeah. So I got this wheel set up on here for cutting metal. I guess I'm assuming it ain't plastic, but I'm gonna put that on it, and then I'll get rid of all these tools. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna make a sled for it. I have, it's like a 3/8 board, piece of plywood, and I'll make just one. I mean, I never did one. I have on my DeWalt table saw, I have a sled I made. It has two, and it's real nice. Goes great. Never did it with one, but I've seen people do it, and it works. So I got a nice clean edge on one side and here. So we're going to go to that point now. Let me get rid of all these, and I'll meet you over there grinding it up. Be ready. Man, oh man, oh man. I almost just got seriously injured. Like really, really, that was luck. I mean, I'm shaking a little bit. Look at my hand, I'm shaking. Okay, this is what this is what you learn. This here, before I plugged it in, it was on. Like, you know how you push this button here? Okay, so I thought it was just on the off position. Well, it was on the on position. And I had it sitting like that. I was reaching over, and I had my hand here, and I was plugging it in, and that sucker just kicked on, and it made a little nick in here, but it started going like this, and my hand was here. My reaction, oh my God, I'm trying to unplug it. It almost got my wrist. Wow. I mean, it literally bounced around, and I couldn't pull it quick enough. I just grabbed it real quick and held it in the air like that. Holy heck. So, remember I told you before, I have crosses on my wall. I'll show you them. These are my crosses I have, and in my videos in the past, I've said those are there when I start a project to have 10 fingers, and when I finish a product to have 10 fingers. Lord baby Jesus, watch me. Well, that was one of them. Like literally. I mean, I'm saying all this because it could have been real serious, and it could have been real bad. So please, 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 before you plug something in, make sure it's in the off position. Wow. Okay. Enough said with that, I guess. And again, there's no guard on this. I mean, I can't even with a guard. It's like it's going to be sparkling everywhere. I got my safety glasses on. You can see I got my glasses on and my safety glasses over it. Woo! I'm shaking. I'm shaking up. I might have to take a break. Nah, I'm okay. So let's give this a try. I'm going to try one of them to see how it works. If it's too sparky, whatever it is, I'll do it. Let's try this out. Okay, it wasn't too bad, but I'm gonna do the rest. I'm gonna do the other three off camera. Woo! Yeah, it must be. No, I'm not getting any sparks at my face. It's going the right way, but it's definitely past. Let me see. I'm just putting this piece here to see if it's rubbing anywhere, and it's not. It's just a small little nub. I mean, it's just a little nub. It ain't like all the way down. It's a little nub, like that thick. Okay, so it definitely goes up and down there. It goes smooth. It's hidden perfect. It ain't rubbing on nothing. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, I got them all nubbed off. I had to do a couple of sample. I had to do a couple different sizes. This is a little bit loose. Got this one down tight. It doesn't go side to side. Slides real nice. A little on the tall side. I don't have anything smaller. Like, I think once I attach it, I'll just get my sander, you know, my orbital sander, and just kind of like bring this down a little bit once I get it on. Yeah, it's a little bit, very, very little. I mean, I just don't really have any of that small, any of that like little. I want to say that was might be 3/8, maybe a 1/4 inch will probably do better. I don't have any 1/4 inch. Unless I find a piece. Maybe I'll try to find a piece of 1/4 inch, and I have the table saw already set. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, but as of right now, the grooves are gone. It's a nice slides, nice, good grip. So the width is perfect, it's just my height. But again, once it's attached, I can just sand it down a little bit. It's very, very, very little. It's very, very, very little. Okay, meet me back at the workbench. Actually, I found a thinner one. It's still a little high. I mean, not high. It's very, very, it's a step down. I don't think it's actually a 1/4. But this is definitely a 3/8. This is like in between. You know how you get plywood or whatever it is, and it's never exact. But it's a little shorter than the original piece I had. I put it in already, and it went real smooth. It was nice and tight. But it still has a little bit. I think it's like a Lawan maybe. I'm not even sure. But it's definitely a little shorter. I'll definitely be able just to do a very, very light sand once it's attached. Then compared to that one, this is a little bit high. This has some height to it. You can't really see it, but yeah, there's like a lip, and this is a little bit shorter. So I'll still keep this for a backup in case I need it. Little wand. Yeah, a little spanking stick. But okay, where am I at here? Okay, so I got all that done. That's the top. So yeah, now what I've got to do is put this into the table, into the track, and then glue, and then screw. Well, I'll line it all up. What I do is I mean, because that only has one, but I still do it. I put the fence square up. I square the fence up on the edge. I put, you know, this in the track, and then I put this up against the fence, and I drop it down real nice. Put some weight on it, let it dry, then flip it over. I'll probably sand it down a little bit before I put the screws in, but that's where I'm at. Yeah, so we'll just meet you. I'll just meet you back at the table saw again. We can just do all that, and then from that point, I'll put a piece across here, and then a piece here, and then we'll put one screw in. Make sure it's all leveled up and nice, and that's pretty much it. I might do a little wax on it. We'll meet you back at the table saw. We'll get all this stuff lined up, put it in there, Bing, bing, bing. It's not hard at all to make a sled. I mean, to be honest, it's very, very easy, and it won't take long. Even though this video is going to take long because I'm talking too much. I have a tendency of talking too much. I edit it out, and I'm like, it's just like, does everyone do that? Does everyone like talk too much, and then they edit out like half of it? Come on, tell the truth. We all talk too much. We all do it. It's all right. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's natural. It's natural. Yeah. Okay. I'll see you over there. Okay, we got the I got the fence squared up with the track, perfectly squared up. So what I'm gonna do is put this in the track like that. Yeah, like I said, it's very, very. It's a minutey, whatever it is. Yeah, definitely sold. So now I do is I get my glue, clean it all out. Just put a little bead going down. If you can see it. Okay. Put it over here. And this is a good clean side here. And this one is too. So then I do is I put this up against the fence. Like that. And I'm going to drop it down. Nice and flush with the fence. Push down on it. And then go get some weight. This is very, very heavy. This is like all my socket. Like this is my sockets of whatever. Like you find sockets here and there, and nothing. There's no spot for them. Right into this. A little Coleman. I've had this little sucker for probably back in the 80s. Now it's for sockets. I'm gonna let that sit. I'll let that sit for about an hour, and then we'll take it out. And from that point, we'll put the pieces on here. We'll put a front piece, a back piece here, put a screw here, pivot it with the blade, and that's pretty much it. Pop that down, I'll clean it off. So I'll just meet you back here again in about an hour. Okay, I took off, I had that weight, the stuff on there. It's nice, it's firm, you can see how it's shaking, there's no side play. The slides real nice. So now I'm just gonna tack these in. You know what I mean? Or I'll put a thing. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's I might not even have to shave anything. It's not wobbling. Let me see something. Yeah, I don't see any light. Yeah, maybe a little bit. I'll have to sand that down in a little bit. Yeah. I gotta take a small sanding. It is high right there. Okay, I'll do that off camera. I'll just pre-drill all these. I'll sand it, put the screws in, and then we'll get to the front and back and be done. Okay, I'll see you at the table, or see you at the workbench. I'll show you this real quick. So I sanded it down, got it nice So it's like the board, the sled is nice and flat with the table saw. I got my little hole punch, boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna put 4 of them. So this is my, what's it called, bit, whatever, to make it a flush. Okay, so that's that. So now, that's on. So I have to get a board for back here and a board for the front. I'm gonna probably have to cut, I have a 2x4. I'm gonna cut to the size. I'm just gonna run it through on my jointer to get a nice, like, nice clean front on this, and then on for the bottom here. That'll just be more accurate. And then we'll put it all together. I'll just do that just real quick. I'll just zip it through, and we'll be back to put this together. So, like I said, I ran these 2 pieces through on my joiner. So this is a nice, smooth front here for the wood to go against, and then this bottom is perfectly square. So this here is perfectly square with this. So when it's down like that, I know for sure it's like gonna be a 90, like dead on. So now these are done. We'll flip them over. I'll put this one on first with the screws, because this one really doesn't matter. This is the one that's going to matter for accuracy. So let me get all that ready, and I'll be right back. Now I just realized something when I was doing this. Because it only has 1 track in it, I should have had this board moved down more, because the blade's going to be like here, not in the center. I didn't really think of that when I was putting this on, but I still have plenty of room on one side. But I had to put a pencil mark here, so I know when I put the screws in, I'm not going to be in the way of the blade. So I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm thinking the blade was in the middle, because on my DeWalt, it's in the middle. If I would have, I would have rather had the blade in the middle. I could have had this piece like this down here more. Again, it happens. I'm not starting over. I mean, it's plenty of space, but luckily I caught that now, because I was ready to put screws in on the front part, but I'm like, whoa, the blade's going to be there. So that's what I'm going to show you that. So we're going to put this piece on. This is the front piece, like here. Doesn't really matter, as long as it's nice and sturdy in there. Then this one, I'll put 1 screw in, and then we'll have to level it up. So let me get these in now. So that's that side. So this is the front part, like that. So this is going to be this side. So like I said, I'm going to put 1 screw in. I'm going to leave a little gap up so I can play around, so I get a nice accurate. Okay, so let me flip this over. Again, I'm just going to put 1 in, and then we'll figure all that out. I'm going to leave a little gap on the inside so I can play around. So now I can pivot this to get it where I need it. Then I'll clamp it and then put 1 in. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go to the table saw. Turn it on. Bring the blade up. Turn it on. Cut through here. Then I'll get my square and eyeball it the best I can, and then we can figure out all that. So meet me back at the table saw. Okay, so I got the blade on. I got the blade everything up. Just with this, it's dead on both sides. But I always like to check no gaps. I always set that to 0 and I put this on. It's like perfect. Oy. I should have it on that side, but whatever. Want to make sure you're below the teeth. 90. Boom. Accurate. Ooh. This thing is like awesome. I love this little thing. It's called from Johnson. And it's always been dead on. On my miter saw, my table saws, even on my bandsaw. Like if on a bandsaw table, it's dead on every time. Because I used to use this thing. I haven't used it in a while. And that's accurate too. Like I have the little red dot set at 45, and if I was doing something, I'd put it on there and it would go to 45 like that. 9, whatever you want that, you could turn this to the degree you want. And you match up that white line, and I tell you what, every time it was dead on. That's Empire. I think I got that from, I forget. I used this for many years. There's a magnet on it, it's a little dirty. But now I got this one. I like it smaller, go in the blade better. But okay, let me get the table saw ready. Okay, we're back on. I didn't put my dust collector on it. I'm just doing a zippy zip. It's kind of hard here because I'm not used to this. I never really used this table saw yet. So, got the blade up. I'm gonna cut through here about almost to this board. Then we'll stop. And then from that point, I have to get my square again and try to measure it up. So wish me luck on it. Never really used this one yet. How's it going? Okay, man, that blade is sharp. It cut through like butter. That was like butter. I went through that 2x4 like nothing. See, this blade is a flat tooth blade. And it's, when you're gonna do dados, you're not gonna get the little ridges. No ridges. Okay, so now what I do is, I'm not a fine woodworker, okay? I'm not like, I like to be one day, but I'm not, okay? Once I put this in, I'll do that, piece of wood in, cut, to average it. I'm just showing you this here, how to do it. So what I do is, I move this up, okay? And I bring it up to the blade. Get my glasses. And you pivot this piece here, okay? This pivot piece, make sure that you're not in the way of the tooth. Like right there. Like to me, that's dead on right there, okay? Like dead on. There's no light. And what I'll do is, I'll get a pencil, and I hold this down and I put a mark on the side, so I know That's where this piece here and this down here are going to match up to that line. And I go to the other side just to play it safe. Make sure you're not in the teeth. Again, dead on. So I tell you what, for a Ryobi table saw, it's very easy to use. The adjustments were actually dead on. They weren't off. This might look like it's off here, but it's not, because it's just the way the wood. It's a totally square piece of wood. So right now, I'm going to pull this off, match those lines up, put the screw in, come back, and if I have to re-drill another hole, I'll do it again. But every time I've ever made one, it's always been dead on the first time. I mean, real close. Again, for me, I don't have that preciseness yet. And these are just 2x4 in a plywood bottom. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm just using this more for dados right now. This is just going to be a dedicated dado table saw. I'm not doing 45s on it. I'm not doing anything else. So let me go back over to the workbench with you, finish up putting some screws in, and we'll come back and I'll cut a piece of wood and we'll check the accuracy together. That's pretty much it. Okay, meet me back here. Okay, I put my screw in. I went back over, make sure the square was dead on. It was still dead on. So now this the front part, it's on. I put one here originally. I put this one in, went over and checked it. So now I'm going to put one here, and this jaw. Oh, well, I usually put a piece in the back, just for like a little. When the blade goes through, I just put a little piece of chunk back there. Let me put 2 screws in this real quick. So that's basically my finished product. Like I said, what I do is I'll get like a little piece of scrap wood, and I'm gonna put it right in the back right here. So it's like out that way. It's just so if the blade goes through, I don't hit my fingers on it. Plus, it keeps my hands away from that spot. You know, so where my thumbs ain't right there, my hands. Yeah, see, I wish I would have known. I would have, see, I mean, it's okay, but I would have liked to have this in the center. I should have moved this over more, put this track. I should have this track over here more and had this more center. But hey, it happens. I'm okay. I mean, again, I don't even know how much I'm going to use this. So that's it. Let me find a little piece of scrap wood, get my nail gun, just tack a piece on. I'm just going to do a nail gun, boom, boom, boom. I'm not really going to screw it on there. It's solid. I mean, it's pretty good. So, do you need me to cut a piece and show you? It's a sled. You know what I mean? A makeshift little flat tooth dato blade sled. I don't know what to call it. Okay, I'm gonna just put my little piece in the back, and if you want, I'll show you over at the table saw. I'll just cut a piece of wood. We'll check for accuracy, and that's pretty much it. So I'll see you back there again. Yeah. I'm back here again. I put this little piece I put on just in the backer, just to keep my thumbs and my hands away from the blade. I'm leaving the blade up right now just so I can do a cut into this back. That's the only reason why. I'm going to cut this piece here. We'll check for accuracy. Then just for curiosity's sake, I'm going to lower the blade like half of this 2x4 and do a dado. I'll do like a little one. Okay, just to see how it is. Let me cut this real quick. Let me get my glasses. Just see. Oh yeah, look at that. That is a nice blade. Okay, We'll do this together. Dead on. No light. We can see that. It's dead on. Good. And for me, it's perfect. Look at that. Dead on, no light. You see that? Good there. Good there. No light, no wobble. So I'm happy with it. So it's dead on. I never had really any issues. So another burn pile. Okay, so now real quick, I'm going to lower this blade down. And I'm going to do some little datos. Just to try it out. See what it looks like. I'm not even going to like do it anywhere. I'm going to move his back a little bit. I was hitting the plugs. Okay, I'll do a real quick one. Look at that. You see that? That is beautiful. I don't know if you can see it with the camera. Let me try to see it with the camera. Nice clean cut. No little ridges. That's what I like. That's what I wanted. I wanted something just dedicated. That is real good, actually. That's probably the best blade I've ever bought. It's let me try to get the name of it. But yeah, it was expensive blade. I don't know where I live in Pittsburgh. It's called Saw Sales. They're in Gibsonia. So if you're ever in Gibsonia, go to Saw Sales. They have machinery, woodworking machinery, tools, you name it, they got it in there. They sharpen blades. You can buy blades there. It's right near my work. It's actually right near John Malecki's. John Malecki. It's right near his business, where his workshop is. Again, I told you before, where I work, I can see his building. I never went there yet. I'm gonna try to go there. I'm just scared. I don't know why. He'll probably be so welcoming. You know, he'll probably welcome me in. I mean, I don't think he'll be, get out of here, you know. I'm a woodworker. He's a woodworker. But one day I'm gonna go there one day. Maybe he'll see my videos one of these days and say, hey, yeah, Benny, come on over. But one day I'm gonna go there. Okay. But yeah, I'll try to show, let me try to find the blade on the what's it called? If it's on this side or not. Can't remember what side it's on. It's on the other side. I'll bring you over. It's carbide tipped. Oh, you can't really see it, damn it. Timberline. You ever hear of Timberline? I'm going to try to bring you over. I can't really bring you over real quick. Oh. Timberline. I don't know if you can see it. But it's an awesome blade. I mean, it is. I mean, I never bought a good blade. I mean, I've always had Diablo, whatever you call it, Diablo blades and stuff. But I got this blade, and I love it. I use it for my fine woodworking stuff. So let's just end the video here instead of you going back to the workbench. Let's just end it right here. How about that? So let me go over here. If you can see me, can you see me? I'm still going to move this beam back. I said it on I don't know how many videos way back. I'm going to cut this pull back and move it back there against the wall. I'm going to add another piece of metal on top. move us back. Okay, so again, VOC Woodworking. I'm trying. I'm doing the best I can. I got small projects, big projects coming up. I'm still trying to do that craft show stuff. So I wanted to do this sled, meaning I wanted to do this sled because I wanted something for datos. Okay, I mean, that's the only reason I did it. Ow. Ow! Splinter! Look at that! Son of a... That's gonna leave a mark. Ah, man. Ow! That got me good. That went in. It's a bleeder. I got a bleeder. Son of a... Okay. VOC Woodworking. Like, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. Man, that got me good. Hit the notification bell. I'm not going to edit that out either. You know that, right? It's staying in there. But, yeah. So, like I said, I'm playing around my shop. It's a little dirty. Remember how I said how I clean up after myself? I do, but I've been busy down here. So, I got to do another cleanup. But again, I think this week, I'm going to get that cutting board to, I'll just, while I'm here. Again, I mean, like, while I'm here. So these are the ones I got to run through the cutting, through there. It was the headboard stuff. So I cut them on an angle. I'm going to put a nice handle on them. I got to get all this off, and this off. But it's definitely hardwood. And really good glue ups on it. No holes. So I'm going to make 2 of those and other stuff. But that's where I'm at. Okay. I'll see you on the next video. Phew.